And this, my friends, is why supremacy is bad. Because the problem with supremacists is that they know that they are right. Ergo, they just assume everybody else is going to have to agree with them. If you don't agree with them now, it's simply because you don't understand enough, and the supremacist knows at some point you're going to come around. So I think this is an interesting story with Israel. Again, just with the fucking disaster of that shithole, gnat-ass piece of crap country full of a whole bunch of people that are going to find out what it's like to really be fucking alone in the world when nobody gives a shit about you motherfuckers. Anyways, right, so we're in the middle of the Iran war, right? Our bootlick as a president, Trump got us into a war with Iran to do. My God, what are we doing with Iran? I never thought I would look back on George W. Bush fondly. You know what I gotta say? George W. Bush, did get us into two of the longest wars in American history, destroy our economy, and do a whole bunch of other stuff. But, it wasn't Trump. It wasn't Trump. Anyway, so right now, right, Israel got us into the war with Iran because, slaughtering Gazans wasn't good enough, right? The ethnic cleansing in Gaza was not enough for the Israelis, so they just want an entire regional war. And again, they don't give two shits what happens to the rest of the world because don't you know Mickey Mouse promised them this spot of land, a couple of millennia ago or whatever other horse crap, right? So anyways, we're in the war with Iran. Trump wants another $200 billion. Again, can't build hospitals, can't build housing, can't deal with homeless populations or anything like that. That would be communist. But shelling out another $200 billion so a genocidal country can pretend like they should control that part of the world, that's A-okay. But anyways, right, so we got the Iran war. And beyond the Iran war, it's just all kinds of problems, right? Israel is watching the world come to a halt because don't we all know that they are the superior people? Again, with the Strait of Hormuz is now apparently still shut. God knows, depending on the hour, it's still shut. This is causing massive problems already in Southeast Asia. It's going to start causing massive problems in Europe. So they're already talking about rationing jet fuel at this point in time. It's just going to become a disaster for the world, right? Israel has fucked the entire planet because of their supremacist evil ideology. And so the thing is, a lot of folks around the world are kind of pissed off, right? Fuck Israel, fuck Israel, fuck Israel. Don't get me wrong. Oh, Eli, that's anti. No, it's not. Look, if you want to take over Illinois, dear Israelis, we have Illinois for you. You can have, I as an American citizen am allowed to offer you all of Illinois. I think that's how it works. I've been reading the history books. I think that's how it works. One white guy tells another white guy, you can have all that land that somebody else is on, and you can just take it. Eli, don't be ridiculous. There's already a lot of people living in Illinois. You can't just give away Illinois. What about the people that are already living on the land? Yes. What about the people that are already living on the land? Anywho, so, all right, Israel's pissing off a lot of people. And again, horrible, evil, god-awful fucking regime. But the thing is that they're supremacists. They know that they are right. And so what's curious here is Spain is getting kicked out of the Gaza ceasefire center because Netanyahu is mad. After kicking Spain out of Gaza ceasefire center, Netanyahu promises that countries opposing Israel will pay immediate price. If you oppose the genocidal, right, actions of an evil fucking regime, you will pay immediate price. Yes. Nothing says moral and ethical like Netanyahu. Let's see here. Countries that, quote, wage a diplomatic war against Israel will pay an immediate price, says Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, after Israel boots Spain from the Civil Military Coordination Center in Kiryat Gat. The CMCC oversees a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. Spain had a permanent presence at the headquarters, and Israeli official tells the Times of Israel. Quote, Israel will not remain silent in the face of those who attack us, he says in a video statement. Quote, Spain has defamed our heroes, IDF soldiers, the soldiers of the most moral army in the world, Netanyahu continues. And again, how long is that horse shit gonna last? Right? You have a fucking conscript army of young people who have been told all of their lives, all of their neighbors basically want them dead. Which, you know, is about so. Right? We've already seen the fucking war crimes. How many war crimes do you need from the IDF before you realize they might not be so fucking moral and ethical after all? Right? But you don't got to worry about that. Right? The video footage of them breaking international law. All of this shit that the IDF has done. And yet Netanyahu still comes out and talks about them being, you know, with the most moral army in the world. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it can't be true, right? From the Zionist supremacist mindset. If you are God's chosen and they are rats, then exterminating the rats, I mean, is a completely moral action to take. You sick bastards. Ties between Jerusalem and Madrid steadily deteriorated over the following 2 years as Spain's government expressed increasing anger and frustration against Israel over the war in Gaza. Last month, Spain permanently withdrew its ambassador to Israel. It sent its ambassador back to Iran this week. Quote, those who attack Israel instead of terrorist regimes, whoever does so, will not be our partner regarding the future of the region, says Netanyahu. Quote, I am not prepared to tolerate this hypocrisy and this hostility, he concludes. I do not intend to allow any country to wage a diplomatic war against us without paying an immediate price. So more countries are going to get punished by Israel. I'm sure that's going to make you a lot of friends. When the oil supplies start running out in Europe because you fucked the world, you sadistic pieces of shit. Right? When people are going hungry in Southeast Asia because you fucked the world, you sadistic pieces of shit. Right? When the economies come grinding to a fucking halt because you fucked the world, you sadistic pieces of shit. I am sure the world is really going to care about the opinions of a fucking Nat-spec genocidal fucking regime in the middle of fucking nowhere. Anyways, so this is going to be curious to see what happens next. Again, from a global environment, from a trade environment, that type of thing. Because again, I mean, what you do have to realize is the Trump administration is a bootlick for Israel. I mean, just is. Just fucking is. Right? We go to war with Iran. Can't even come up with Netanyahu knows why Iran needs to go away. Trump doesn't. Right? Anyways. So what's going to be interesting with this, as this moves forward, is as our bootlick political class continues to do the beck and call of Israel, as Israel becomes ever more fucking insane, again, at what point does it become untenable for the world to deal with this crap? You know, I always talk about options. There's always options. Right? Sometimes you take a bad option. Sometimes what you do isn't what you want to do, but it's the best fucking option on the table. But here's the thing, like what if we take those options away? What if the options just simply don't exist, right? What if it becomes untenable to deal with the United States? Again, think about this with the United States. Again, tariffs. Tariffs go through the roof because Trump is having a hissy fit. We go to war because Trump is having a hissy fit, which is going to do a massive amount of damage to the world's economy. Like all of these things are going on. At what point does the rest of the world have to fundamentally disengage from what we're doing? And again, how much worse does it have to get there? You know, I was watching like the Jerusalem Times or whatever, I was reading this, and they were talking about the rise of anti-Semitism in China. Oh, is it that they hate the Torah? Or they fucking hate the Israelis? It's not the same thing. Not the same thing. Oh my golly, you mean the Chinese people might be a wee bit pissed off because a piece of shit nat spec fucking country halfway across their world thinks Mickey Mouse promised them land 2,000 years ago, and by God, these genocidal pieces of shit are willing to watch the entire world burn just so they can get their little plot of land? You don't think the Chinese people might be a wee bit irritated over that? Anyways, I don't know. It's gonna be curious, right? I mean, we're breaking our ties. We are breaking our ties. The U.S. is breaking our ties with Europe, right? Netanyahu breaking his ties with Europe. Hey, it's gonna be America and Israel together to the end. Yep, that's what I voted for. That's what I voted for. So anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about Spain being kicked out of, what was it called, the CMCC? What do you think about Netanyahu going after any detractors of the most moral military on the planet? When they eliminate a civilization, they're very polite about it. Jesus. Anyways, put your thoughts down below. See y'all later.